So you're thinking of moving to Golden, Colorado. In this video, we're going to share all the pros and all the cons, all the good, all the bad, about the possibility of living in Golden, Colorado. If you stick around till the end, we'll share something really cool that not a lot of people know, and we're gonna get after it right now.
If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Denver, today Golden, Colorado, tap subscribe below or tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know everything there is about the current market here in Golden, Colorado. I'm Michelle Wise.
And I'm Cheryl Crown.
And we are
Living in Denver, Colorado.
We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move to Denver. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our contact information is down below so that we can update you on everything you need to know about living in Denver. While we are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado, our main goal with these videos is to give you all the information you need so you can make an easy and smooth transition to Denver, Colorado.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it right now. Some interesting stats about Golden. The population is just over 20,000 people. So relative to a lot of the other suburbs of Denver, it's a small community. Golden only covers 9 square miles because it's in the valley. There's not a lot of room for expansion. It's just the 9 square miles that exist in the valley. The median home price is $579,000, but the median listing price of a home last month was $825,000. So that's a bit on the high side. The school district is Jefferson County Schools, and they are an excellent school district, so that's a definite positive. And then as far as the pros and cons go, we'll get started. As I mentioned, the housing cost. The average list price last month was $825,000. Other suburbs around Denver, I think maybe because Golden is a smaller community, there aren't as many homes for sale. There is a huge variety of homes in Golden, so you can get contemporary condos, you can get townhomes, you can get neighborhood homes, you can get multi-acre, multi-million-dollar estates, but it all exists within that 9 square miles.
It's kind of that supply and demand piece because there's not a lot out there in the city of Golden. They can, charge higher for those homes. There's more demand to live in Golden because there's just not a lot that's usually on the market.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you'll see in our vlog tour, we'll give you 3 different price points. So be sure to take a look at that so you can get a good sense of what you could get for your money in Golden. Another pro of living in Golden is all of the outdoor activity opportunities for people who live there. And my gosh, between hiking, rock climbing, there's the Clear Creek Water Park that goes through it. So you can kayak, you can paddleboard, you can tube. Like in the summertime, it's so fun with all the runoff that comes down from the mountains. The river can get pretty intense. So you might want to wait for it to calm down a little bit before you hop in with your tube.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. People just go to the park, put their tube in and tube, with their friends up and down the river. And it's a really cool experience for sure.
Yeah, that location again being right here. Golden literally butts up to the foothills. So you're right there. So it has a feeling of living kind of in the mountains, and with that brings all of those activities.
Absolutely. And there's also like a railroad museum. I used to take my kids there when they were little. Thomas the Train comes sometimes in the summer, and they were obsessed with Thomas. So that was an annual event. And also they have Buffalo Bill days downtown in the summer. It's usually towards the end of July. They do movies in the park. Dinosaur Ridge is super close, and there's actually fossils where you can see where the dinosaurs roamed, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that's really cool about Golden is that it's only 15 minutes to Denver. So it is the last suburb before you head up I-70 to go to the mountains. But it's super close to Denver. So your accessibility, if you don't feel like hanging out in Golden, you can head to Denver and be there, quick trip. There also is a light rail station that will take you from Golden to Denver if you don't want to drive. So that's a nice convenience as well.
Yeah, another cool thing that they do in their historic little downtown area that I actually just found out about this year is they have, because it's Golden, they have Golden Retriever Days.
Oh yes, Golden Days.
Yes. So they have, everybody shows up with their Golden Retrievers, and it's just this big, street fair. They shut down the main street, I think, and there's vendors and, food trucks and all that, but everybody's got their golden retriever with them. And I don't know how I've lived here my whole life and have never heard about that, but I saw it this year and thought it was amazing.
Yeah. It's very cool. Very cool. So they have lots of really fun events in Golden. As far as the cons go, we mentioned the housing cost. The other thing that's really interesting about Golden is because it exists in a valley, you lose the sun like at least 30 minutes before the rest of the suburbs in Denver, because once the sun heads over the mountains, you're sunless, obviously, but so your days get a little shorter, especially in the winter. It's very, very obvious, like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sun's gone.
And with that in the winter here, in the summer, it's probably not a bad thing, but temps drop drastically in the winter here. So not only do you lose that light, I think it's got that whole little bit of psychological effect on you as well, because the temperatures just drop drastically in the evening. So if you're out trying to, go to restaurants or run errands, or your kids have practice, outdoor practice of some kind, fall and spring, you're definitely going to feel that cold weather. We've played some soccer games up there. There's a soccer park that my girls used to play at, and those were really some of the coldest games when we play those late afternoon games in the fall or the spring, because you just don't have that sun hitting you to warm up that ambient air temperature.
I've experienced it with baseball as well. My son plays in Golden quite often for his club team, and yeah, it's just a reality. And the other thing that it impacts is how quickly the snow melts. So if you're not getting as much sun, especially if you face north, you're going to be looking at ice and snow probably quite a bit longer than the other areas in the metro area.
Most definitely. Yeah. And so, one of the other things, it is we mentioned the downtown area, the old historic district, super cute, super fun, tons of activities. But as Cheryl mentioned, being that last stop on I-70 before you hit the mountains, you have that kind of tourist town feel, which, if you're there and you enjoy that, that's great. But if you're living there, it might be something to kind of take into consideration because it's so small. It doesn't have a lot of those, doesn't have a shopping mall. It's mostly mom and pop type places that are on that historic downtown. That's kind of their main central commercial area. So even to go grocery shopping, gift store shopping, whatever you need, the hardware store, you're probably going to be in that more of a tourist area. Yeah. So you've got that hustle and bustle constantly of tourists stopping there, checking it out, eating before they head up the mountains, or eating on their way down after skiing for the weekend before they head home. So, if that's a thing for you, you might want to take that into consideration.
There are some great restaurants down there. The Woody's Pizza is one of my favorite pizza joints in the Denver metro area. The other thing we haven't mentioned is Coors. Coors, that's the home of Coors. And so you get a lot of tourism from the Coors facility as well. I did recently find out that Coors is investing $900 million on a certain block in Golden. They're going to be adding some residential, some commercial, and just, basically reinvesting in the town that's been so dear to their hearts, and where Coors has existed since its inception.
Yeah, and that beer tour is really fun.
Oh my gosh, it's very, very fun. Absolutely. I guess that's it. Yeah. Any more pros and cons you can think of?
No, I think that sums it up. Watch our Golden Vlog tour as well as our Golden Map tour, and probably have a few more interesting things there. And you mentioned was that your little fun tidbit at the end, was the Coors beer?
Yes, the 900 million. Yes, exactly. Because that's not a well-known fact.
I didn't even know it.
Yeah, it was new to surprise. No, it was new to me yesterday, actually. So I thought that was really cool. And it's exciting for the town. And it's really nice that Coors is giving back.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you are new to our channel, please be sure to like us, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you can be the first one to hear about everything that's happening in the Denver metro area. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks.
And share the love.
See you next time.
Bye.